these two thought Rule 44 was to clean your beard daily. You're listening to the Bearded Theologians podcast, hosted by Zach Bechtold and Matt Franks. So if you'd like to find out more about the Bearded Theologians, you can go online to www.beardedtheologians.com. Hello, those of you that listen to the Bearded Theologians. I'm Matt Franks, and today we're going to talk about, I have this quote on my wall, and I figured it'd be a good conversation for Zach and I to talk about it. It's attributed to Walt Disney. It says, "If you can dream it, you can do it." And so as we talk about that today, kind of keep that in mind, that if you can do it. And so I'll let Zach take charge.
So I really like this quote. If you can dream it, you can do it. And it's funny because I don't physically dream a whole lot, but I had some pretty crazy dreams last night. So much so that I'm going to Fountain General Conference a little bit today. I just dreamed about large groups of people in meetings, and those aren't fun. Those aren't fun dreams to have. But back onto topic, back onto Walt Disney here. If you can dream it, you can do it. I think oftentimes we limit ourselves in our dreams. You know, we have this dream or aspiration for life, something we want to do, and it seems unattainable. It seems too big. And when we talk about it with people and kind of go through the discernment process of, can we do this? Do we want to do this? We let people say, oh man, that's too big. You can't do that. You don't have the education. You don't have the background. You don't have whatever it takes. In working with youth and young adults and any age group of adults, I've heard that throughout my lifetime of working with people of, man, I really wanted to do this earlier in life and I just didn't. Well, why didn't you do that? Somebody told me I couldn't. And it makes me sad that people listen to that type of criticism, that type of dream smashing. And I mean, look at Walt Disney. That dude had a dream, and look what we have. It's pretty amazing what dreams can do.
I think for me, you know, dreams kind of lead to other things too. You know, I had a dream growing up as a little kid. I mean, I stood up in my early elementary class and said that I wanted to play second base for the St. Louis Cardinals. And, you know, obviously I'm not doing that. But that dream led me to discover music, which my work ethic in music led me to OCU, which being OCU led me to discern my calling in the ministry, which then has allowed me to be in ministry. And while, you know, I would love right now if the Cardinals called me up and said, hey, we'd like for you to play second base tonight, I'd make myself available to do that because, you know, that's a dream that I would love to be able to do. But I think there's sometimes a reality that we have to face is that sometimes those dreams are not meant for us, but yet they can lead to other things. And, you know, the work ethic of being a Major League Baseball player led me to do other things in music and theological studies and all the other things that I've done in life started from that dream. And I think that dreams can lead us to other things. It's like in ministry, when you dream up something, how often does that ministry, maybe you don't do that ministry, but it leads to a whole other ministry because of the team that you surrounded yourself with? Or even in a marriage, how often do you all have a dream of, you know, maybe 3 kids and, you know, a beautiful house? And that leads you to a whole different track and a whole different path. When we come to dreams, it's more about what we're seeing and what we feel is the right thing to do and where we led to go. But I think that we have to bear in mind that dreams really are kind of the starting point to get us moving in a new direction, or even looking at ourselves. You know, you were talking about dreaming of meetings, of being at General Conference and stuff. And I was thinking, oh man, you know, that's not necessarily, that'd be more of a nightmare for me. And how often is our dreams kind of allow us to have self-reflection?
Right. No doubt. I mean, that self-reflection is huge. And when we dream and we begin to move towards those things, I didn't, like you, I didn't ask to be or want to be a second baseman for the Cardinals, but if the Rockies called me and said, hey, we want you to come cut our grass every day, I'm down. I'll go cut the grass at Coors Field any day. but I didn't set out to be a pastor. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to teach high school chemistry and physics. That was my dream growing up. And when I got my foot into ministry, it was just kind of all over from there. I knew that's what I was called to do. But I had so many people in the first couple of churches that I worked told me I couldn't do ministry because I didn't have a degree, that I didn't have the education, that I didn't have the background. And that determination to go and prove that wrong has led me to here, to where I am doing this, being a pastor, and setting forth into that dream. And I failed along the way, and that's reinforced that idea of work hard, dream bigger, and don't be afraid to fail, because the successes I've had, seeing people come to Christ, seeing people, that light bulb click, outweighs that failure any day.
So Zach, what would you say the theological significance of dreams are for us today?
Oh my gosh, I think they're huge. I mean, if you look at, take Moses just for example. That dude, big on dreams. Just as far as interpreting and what they mean, but he wasn't afraid to dream big of who he was. David the same way. Wasn't afraid to dream big. And then you look at a guy like Peter, who I feel like I identify with Peter quite a bit. Dude didn't want to do it, didn't feel like he had it, but he was willing to dream big. And as we come up on Pentecost, he was willing just to go out and take that idea that Jesus gave him of go and do, and we sit in the church today because of it. And so for me, I think they play a huge role, because that's what drives us to get better. That's what drives us for something bigger in our lives. Even when they're scary big dreams that we don't think we could have any chance of succeeding, I feel like God is with us there in those dreams, going, okay, now go with this, now go here, now do this. I'm going to be with you, and it may be scary, it may be hard, but I'm with you. And so I feel like if we take it in that perspective, dreams are huge.
Well, it's funny, you kind of touched a little bit on Pentecost and Peter, and I was thinking of the Acts 2 verse that came up in my mind was, in the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and your daughters will prophesy. Your young will see visions. Your elders will dream dreams. Every woman, even upon my servants, men and women, I will pour out my Holy Spirit in those days, and they will prophesy. I think of that, and we, far too often, we don't listen to other people's dreams, because sometimes we can hear from other people's dreams something that may inspire us. My dream and vision for my life and ministry is to strengthen and equip the church to be better. I mean, that's really all I say is I want the church to be better. That's my dream. I want every congregation that I serve, that when I walk away, they say we are in a better place now than when we started. And that's my dream for every congregation. And the great thing is that that's a dream that can fit anywhere in whatever ministry that I'm sent to do. I can make that work. And I think far too often we disregard those simple dreams, and we think that dreams have to be something huge, something big, like, mine playing second base for the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, that's a great dream to have. And, I still every now and then would love to have that ability to be able to go and do that. But I know that my smaller dreams, making sure that I have great and healthy kids, making sure that my marriage is strong and my friendships are great, those dreams, those can be reality, and we can overlook those sometimes and get caught up in the larger picture and those large dreams that sometimes are irrelevant. And I think that what we should strive to do is listen to even our smaller dreams and see where those may lead us to go.
Absolutely. The smaller dreams are the foundation to those others. And I'm like you. I just want to leave whatever ministry that I'm in a better place. Not so that people look down the road and be like, oh, you remember when Zach was here? But just to say, man, look how far we've come. Look how we're impacting our community. Look how we're impacting the world around us. And it's because the church is the church. It's full of people who are loving God and loving people, and Yeah, I'm with you, and that makes us. I think when we live into those, we're better pastors, we're better husbands, we're better fathers, and it sets up that foundation for us as people to do and achieve those dreams in all shapes and forms. So I want to ask you guys, you listeners, where are your dreams? What are they? Where have they taken you? You know, are they causing you to grow and to where had they pulled you from too? I don't know. That's a poorly worded question, but we want you to have that conversation. Where have your dreams taken you? What are they? Have you been able to live into them? And have people told you can't do it? And have you left them there? We encourage you to pick those dreams up and run with them. See where God takes you with them.
Or the better way to put it is, Walt Disney, the quote that we started with today said, "If you can dream it, you can do it." So what are your dreams calling you to do? And we'd love to have that conversation with you. And feel free to converse with us on Facebook or on wherever you feel comfortable with doing that. And also, don't forget to check out our website. We've got some really cool things on the website. We've got some really cool gear to buy. I know that we've had a couple of t-shirts bought recently and some other things, and all that funnels back into what we do here. And we do this out of the love and care of our heart, but sometimes things cost money, like websites and all that other stuff that we need to be able to do this. And so we thank you for your support, and we encourage you to keep listening and just think about what your dreams can do to shape and change the world.